In week 6, you had an assignment called 6.4 Sequence Cards and Graphs. And we did this assignment on a Jamboard in class, and we went through the process of looking at the graphs and looking at the sequences, like these 4 in the middle, the sequence cards, and we looked at the graph cards and we matched the sequences to the graphs. Sometimes sometimes the sequences changed by addition or subtraction and they had a common difference, and those sequences are called arithmetic. And sometimes the sequences changed by multiplication, and so they had a common ratio, or R, and those sequences are called geometric. And we also matched the geometric sequences with their graphs. So you have the sequences, and you have their graphs for the arithmetic sequences, and you also have the sequences and their graphs for the geometric sequences. So you can consult the Jamboard to get the answers that you should have on your cards. Now, you have these cards in 2 places. You have these cards on the assignment called Sequence Cards and Graphs, and that assignment looks like this. So you filled in the different sequences, you filled in the words describing the sequence, and you filled out either the R value or the D value. So for each card, you have the next 2 terms filled out. You have the words describing how the sequence changes, and you have either R and then the number, or a D and then the number. So you also have these same cards in your textbook. So you have these same cards on a page in this page that's showing is page 77. If you turn to page 87, you have sequence cards. 87 and page 89, you have the sequence cards. And then on page 91 and 93, you have the graphs. So using the Jamboard, these slides, or using your assignment, these pages on your assignment, what I'd like you to do next is glue or tape the cards from your textbook and the graphs from your textbook on to the pages in your textbook in your notes. So if you go get your cards and your graphs, cut your sequences and your graphs, cut out. So cut out your sequences and your graphs, and so cut these out. Cut them all out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tape or glue them on to pages 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, and 104. So notice something very important. On page 95, it says for arithmetic sequences. So if it says arithmetic, those sequences will have a D value. These are the ones that look like lines, either lines that are increasing, going up, or lines that are decreasing, going down. And all of these graphs will have a common difference. So if it says arithmetic, make sure that it's the graphs that look like lines and have a D value. Now, on other pages, you'll see that it says geometric. Okay? If it says geometric, all of these graphs they'll have R values or common ratios. They change by multiplication. And the graphs will either look like curves, or they'll be those graphs that go up and down. They change from negative to positive to negative to positive to negative to positive. So if it says geometric, you'll have an R value, and your graphs will either go positive, negative, or they will look like curves. So get those sequences and graphs cut out and taped or glued into your textbook. It's important that you do this because we're going to be doing the next step soon, which is to write the recursive formulas and the explicit formulas in your textbook, so you have this for notes. So it's very important that you get these sequences and graphs glued or taped into your book so that you have it ready for the next step that we're going to do. Thank you.